What's going on, guys? It's Thursday. I'm going to help you win another Forza trial. This week we have the return of one of the worst trial events ever thought of by any person at Playground Games or whoever it is. It's awful. I don't know why this is ever a combination. I remember this being a thing like 2 years ago, maybe a little longer than that. It is called Heavy Haul. It's a dirt racing event for trucks tuned to B-spec. And I remember when this first came out, I was pretty new to the game. When I heard trucks, I'm like, alright, cool. I'm going to go tune like a Ford Raptor or something like that. And then I realized trucks is its own category. So you really have to pick from a Mercedes-Benz racing truck or a Mercedes-Benz Unimog. And almost nobody uses the Unimog, which is ignorant. The Unimog is the vehicle you're going to want to use. It's the one I used. I will show my setup on the screen right now that I made for it. It is called Best B700 Truck. It is an absolute gem. If you use the Mitsubishi racing truck, you're not going to have a good time at all. It doesn't turn. If you get it to turn, when it gets on dirt, it's just pretty much useless. The only benefit it's going to have is on the, I guess, in the first race, I would say on the pavement sections, it's going to be better because you'll be able to accelerate and top speed's going to be a little faster than Unimog. But once you start hitting the sharp turns and get on the dirt, the thing is just a pile of trash. I don't recommend using it. Get the Unimog. I don't care if you don't have 100,000 credits to spare. Do it anyway. That's all I can tell you. It's the only way you're going to have any semblance of fun in this event. It's the only way you're going to really be competitive in this event. Use the Unimog. It's actually kind of fun to use. You should probably try to go look at like what the weather and stuff is for the particular event races. Go practice a little bit. I made the mistake of practicing in summer weather. I think it was yesterday. I forgot it's autumn in the rain, so it took me a little bit to get into my groove. But I definitely recommend practicing beforehand as well. It will just get you a little bit, a little bit more familiar with the way this Unimog handles. You'll be able to keep it off the wall, because I hit the wall a lot more than I usually do, and I was kind of disappointed in myself. Race 3, though, I hit my stride. I'd say by like lap 2 of race 3, I was really in my groove. But I'm telling you, if you use that number 24 tank pull racing truck, you're going to have a horrible time. Almost everybody's going to use it, probably stock too, which is the worst. Luckily my team, even with everybody but me using that truck, we still won. But the Unimog actually turns. It doesn't accelerate well, it's the only downside to it, but once it gets on dirt, it's actually pretty comfortable, especially if you have the right suspension and alignment set up to it. If you're making your own tune from scratch, I made the ride height about a quarter of the way. It's definitely not slammed, but it's less than halfway in terms of height. I have a little bit of negative camber on it. Just the springs, you don't really even need to touch the springs. I did a little bit, but you don't need to. The alignment needs to stay, like the caster angle's good at 4 the way it is by default. This thing, it's on dirt, it's actually fun. You don't really have to wrestle with it too much. It turns pretty well. I do use the e-brake a little bit though, just in some sections you kind of want to, but you don't really need to throw it around and try extremely hard to get it to turn like you do the number 24 racing truck. If you use the Unimog, you're going to be in good shape. If you get past the chaotic start to the first race with the AI being all over the place, blocking the road, and then your teammates going to be having the faster racing truck, they're probably going to get in your way a little bit. But once you get past all that crap and get to the dirt, from there on you're just going to be set with this Unimog. It's really the only way to go about this trial, let me tell you. Just don't even consider using the Mercedes-Benz racing truck. Use the Unimog. Get it at all costs. You trust me, you're gonna want it. If you win, you get a Mercedes-Benz X-Class, which is kind of a letdown. They say it's a hard to find car or truck. Woohoo! It's still nothing special. We're probably never gonna use the thing, so they could have at least given us a better prize. But it's whatever. Again, one of the just worst pairings ever. One of the worst setups, combinations ever for a trial event. But if you use the Unimog, it's actually a little bit fun, and it's not as stressful as it can be if you use the Mercedes-Benz racing truck. So use the Unimog. Let me know down in the comments if you did use the Unimog. If you won somehow with the racing truck, also let me know. get all these events done, get all the challenges done, get your prizes, have some fun this week, and I'll see you guys next week for a winter event.